Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We're hitched up to the new rig, taking it out on its first trip. We're headed to Ferryboat Campsites in Liverpool, Pennsylvania, right on the Susquehanna River. And you can see she's all hooked up. Got my weight distribution and sway control hooked on there. Just taking two of the kayaks this time. Chuck looks pretty level with that weight distribution system. So she is ready for some good times along the river. So I'll bring you back when we get there. Okay, we made it to Ferryboat. This is the first trip with the Jayco. I am in site 0. And of course, the Susquehanna River is just a bit high. So here you can see I have the rig set up. We have the mat out. One nice thing about this unit, magnets. So that really makes it easy. Got the mat out, got the awning out, got the picnic table set up. Now with this unit, we have an outdoor kitchen with running cold and hot water, a 2-burner cook stove, and a refrigerator for drinks. So the nice thing is now I can load everything up in the refrigerator outside and the refrigerator inside before I take off for a trip, so that's nice. Here's the back of the unit, and you can see there is our logo. Really didn't have a spot to put it on the metal, and it's, you know, it's the aluminum ruffled, so I thought that was my best approach. So whenever you're camping, you always want to take extra stuff, and by that I mean extra extension cords, extra sewer hoses. Just don't get one sewer hose, don't get just one electric line, and I'm going to show you why here at Ferryboat. It's also true at Laurel Hill State Park. But here you can see my electric line. Had to use the extension cord to get there. Sewer line, you can see I have two 10-foot sections and my 15-foot section hooked up. And then the water line was able to reach just barely with the 25-footer. But I do have another 25-footer just in case. So those are the reasons. You want to make sure you have plenty of cords and stuff, because you never know how far the utilities are going to be from your camper. Now yesterday we had between 6 and 9 inches of rain, and I did a review of Ferryboat previously. I'll put a link to that video right here. And you can see where the water level is supposed to be, but this is where it is right now. So you can almost get your feet in the water sitting on this. This is normally about an 8 to 10 foot bank right here. So interesting how high the water is. You can see it all the way across. This is the mighty Susquehanna River. So we're ready for a fun-filled weekend testing out the new camper. Good morning from Ferryboat. You can see the river is still high from all the rain we had. So not quite safe enough to put the kayaks in the water yet. But yesterday it was right up to here, to this edge. So it is receding, so there's no threat for flooding, and of course the weather is really nice. But the ferry is closed. It is not running due to the swift current and high water. You can see how much on the ramp it's receded from there. down to there. So it's got a ways to go before it's back to normal, but maybe by Sunday it'll be calm enough we can get the kayaks in the water. That is the mighty Susquehanna River. And of course, there are the kayaks. I just brought 2 of them with me this time. And there's the site. Slept really well in the camper last night, so it's working out exactly as planned. It is amazing how much easier it is when you have places to store things and getting ready to travel, not have to move bags around all the time. So I really appreciated that. One thing I want to point out here at Ferryboat is, if you look at the video I did before on the review of this place, there was a building here, like a barn, that had all the water levels from the floods on it. And that building was taken down. It is missing. So it's no longer there. But they put up a pole that shows the depth of all of the various floods. So you can see them on here, how deep that water has been. Of course, 2011 right there. And 1972 was Agnes, and I believe that's the top of the pole. Guest check-in up there. So things are looking like they're drying out up here at Ferryboat. One of the advantages of camping at Ferryboat Campsites is the number of wineries that are along the banks of the Susquehanna River. We stopped at Hunter's Valley Winery, which is almost right across the street from the campground, Ferryboat Campground. And I want to show you the view at this winery. So here is the view. That is the Susquehanna River in the distance. The town across from there is Millersburg, and that's where the ferry comes over to Ferryboat Campsites. So we got a spectacular view up here. Can enjoy a little wine and relax. It's a really nice spot. And you can see they have shade set up for folks. Next up on our tour is the Armstrong Valley Winery. So the ladies are in there at the tasting room, but we do know this is a harvest host, and I'll show you why. Down here below the vineyard we see a camper hooked up at the harvest host sites. You might walk down there and check that out. So this is the Armstrong Valley Winery, and there's a whole host of things on the back side of this place. And there you can see, it's a beautiful property. Katie figuring out how to use her new kayak. Aiden the pro over there. Sean in the distance. Tim and Dawn. Barb. So we just caught our second little smallmouth bass here at on Susquehanna at Ferryboat. I'm going to throw him back. Well, we're going to give you our impressions after our first camping trip in the new rig. So Marie, overall, what do you think about the new rig?
Of course, I love the space and the fact that there's a place for everything that we need to bring, basically, so we can find it and we don't have to box it up as much in containers. And also I like the windows. In the morning, the sunrise was beautiful through the windows. Helped me get up and go outside and see it by the river, by the water.
So in this rig, we have a lot more space to put things, so we don't have to put it in containers and constantly shuffle those containers around. So that was really helpful. And we do have a lot more windows and a lot more space. What do you think of our new bathroom?
Beautiful. Leg room. We have place to walk around.
Yeah.
So.
The other bathroom was really cramped. It had a shower and a toilet in there, but it was tight. This has a really nice shower in there, and there's room to move around and a sink in the bathroom. So that's really helpful, and we like that. What do you think about the ferry boat? We came up here. The river was just about at the back of our camper.
So I guess we're not going to go on the ferry boat rides this weekend.
Yeah, they do have the ferry boat closed because of the high water. You know, they can't risk that thing going down the river. And as far as ferry boat, see, they've been doing some upgrades. They've upgraded the electrical system. There you can see all the work being completed. They took down the old barn that was falling down that had all the flood levels on it and just stuck a pole up there and put the flood levels on that. So and they put a lot more stone down in the sites. So they really have been improving the campground. And of course we had our same site right on the water. You know, one thing I was surprised at, Marie, is the towing. It really was easy to tow this. Now I put a weight distribution hitch on the truck because this is 1,000 pounds more than the old camper. But towing it down the road, it really worked out well. And when I'm hitched up, even with the camper loaded up, it's level. So the truck no longer has that little squatting effect from having too much weight on the back. So that's really been helpful with the rides. What do you think about that outdoor kitchen, Marie?
It's very convenient.
Yeah. Yeah, we no longer have to set everything up and tear everything down. That kitchen just slides right out, and you hook up the gas line, and it's got a sink and a refrigerator. So, you know, that keeps you from going inside and outside all the time. And also, I always used to have a cooler that I was constantly putting ice in to keep the drinks cold because the other refrigerator wasn't large enough. And now I have the outside refrigerator and the inside refrigerator, so the need to carry all those extra coolers around and constantly be buying ice is over. So that's really been helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, you know, I really think it was a good move for us, and I'm looking forward to our journeys.
Yes, me too.
That sounds good. Hey, look, if this video helped you or you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free. It helps me out a lot. Marie, if they want to know every time we put up a new video, what should they do?
Ring the bell.
If they want to show appreciation for our videos, what could they do?
Give us a thumbs up.
And if you give us that thumbs up, that helps our videos be seen by a wider audience, so we really appreciate that too. But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Thanks for watching. Every trip ends with a Tim Hoffman fire.